Hello everyone, and welcome to Studio S, showing you folks at home who might not know this, how to make hamburgers. That's right, hamburgers with whole American beef, 100% grass-fed. Now, I cannot do this alone, so I need my assistant, Nathan the Stick Langford.
Hey!
Whoa, I didn't see you there. You need to stop hiding behind the counter. I mean,
Why?
What
It's
do we?
fun.
Well, we don't pay you to do that. So, then anyway, this is my assistant. So, I picked my assistant today, Nathan, because, well, for one, he's been working for me for a long time, and the other reason is because I don't think, knows much about cooking. So, what are you doing? I'm bored. May have misjudged my assistant, but just you stand over here until, you know, I don't pay you for this. We have 4 hamburgers ready, prepared for you. So what do you think? Okay, so first rule, which is right there. Thank you, assistant, for pointing that out. First rule that you want to avoid is to not stick your face in the food. So what you want to do is wash your hands. So I've done this before. Wait. Not like that. But I've done this before the show, so I'm good. So we need certain items to get the hamburgers ready for cooking. Done that. Now we need the all-important word that you like. What was the word that your mother always said needed to go with hamburgers? She said it all the time, don't you remember?
Let me think. That was 10 minutes ago?
Your
I actually don't remember.
Your mother's been dead for 10 years. Come on. But what was the ingredient that starts with an S that you always need for
Salt.
no? What we need
Saltines.
No. What we need is seasonings. So, yes, salt, you get half a point there. Salt is a seasoning, but not for hamburgers. You put too much salt in the hamburger, it will not be good at all. So, I'm going to head right back here to the seasoning cabinet. Now, in this seasoning cabinet, we have plenty, and do not, second rule, thank you for pointing out, assistant. You're turning out actually not to be too bad. So don't get your hair over the food because your hair or other stuff will get in the food. So do not do what my assistant is doing. So we need certain kinds. So we have a couple doctors. One of my favorites is garlic. So we're going to put some garlic in there, some onion powder, and my all-important ingredient, Cajun pepper. Now, you remember what happened last time that we tried to do Cajun pepper. What's up? You had half the bottle and had to be taken to the emergency room with a very severely burnt tongue. So, and the company had to pay your hospital bill because insurance did not cover that. So, we're going to put these 3 spices on there. But we can't just, eat them raw, I mean, you don't eat meat raw, do you?
I definitely do eat meat raw.
Well, we don't. So I don't know what planet you come from, but we do not. So
I come from Mars.
that explains a lot. So we are going to cook these things. Now, normally we would cook on an oven such as this, but because we do not want to make a lot of mess, we're going to use another ingenious tool. Pardon me. We're going to use another ingenious tool of the cooking world called the George Foreman grill. So, what we need for that is this to catch the grease, and then we need the grill. So, the grill will usually be about this size. So, this, my friends, is the George Foreman grill. So George Foreman has the grill. Now, George Foreman's will come in actually many different sizes. You can get smaller than this to about this size is about the biggest you can get actually. But you can actually get them about this big. It's very small. So, assistant,
Yes.
Thank you. So, what we need to do is take this and put it underneath so that it catches all of the grease. Because even though there may not look like there's much grease in here, once it starts cooking, all the juices will start running out, and you do not want that all over the counter. So,
And then you drink it. I drink grease all the time.
that also explains a lot. So, now we know what's wrong with you, sir. So, we need to plug this in. So, plug it into the wall outlet over here. Get it heated up. Now, while it's heating up, the cooking crew has kindly made these into patties. Now, normally it would come either in a block of meat or a roll. Now, we get them in a roll. So we cut them out, take bits of the roll, and basically just smash them because they're already in a circle shape. So that's it right there. Now, there are other good meats. There's like the grocery store Fresh Time, not sponsored of course, but they actually sell blocks. So we get the meat from there a lot. So, what we need to do now is we need to put the meat on the grill once it's hot enough. How about you check how hot that is for me? Do not do what he just did. So, now comes the fun part. So, we need a spatula for this job. And not what better spatula to use than the George Foreman spatula that usually comes with. So this spatula has two holes right here so it can easily glide up and down these ridges on the top as well. So, that's easy, except this is not heat proof. As you can see, it's a little bent off. It was very hard, but now you can just do this easily. Oh, could you please turn your phone off? Come on. So his phone's kind of, it goes off a lot. So, what are you doing?
Turning it off.
Oh, right, okay. So, by breaking it! We are going to now take your hamburgers and sprinkle your favorite seasonings on them. You don't want to dump it, you just want a nice coating over the top. If you do too much, then you will have a explosion of flavors, which is what you do not want. You want just, you want to taste it, not be blown away by it. So, onion powder is something you can do in excess. So, wake up, assistant. So, what you want to do is keep this away from moisture, because as you can see, this has indeed now hardened. So, what you want to do is do this. And I guess we can continue on without the assistant. So, now we just get what we can out of that. And then my favorite, Cajun pepper. This is a kid's TV show. Please compose yourself.
It's an adult TV show.
Well, I mean, this TV show will be airing on multiple TV networks. It will be airing on WFYI at some point. So that is a kid's show. So please refrain from it. But it'll also be showing on Netflix, which is an adult. So I mean, so now that we have the hamburgers seasoned thoroughly, we now put these on the grill because now it sizzles when you touch it. So what we want to do is you want to lightly pick up your burger and throw it. So folks, we want to take this and turn it seasoned side down to the grill, like that. Then we want to sprinkle your other seasoning on top a little bit. Not too much, because then it'll burn on the grill. So, now you take, maybe pour all over. So, down. And then do your seasonings on top. So the seasoning go in from both sides. So, now you close the lid. Now, assistant, please return these to the seasoning counter. So, now we have a dish. Throw that in the sink. Now, what we're going to do next is get out the things we'll need for after these are done. So, we do not have buns, but we do have bread, and it works just as well. So, ends are not...
Smoke! Oh, what the hell in the world? Oh, what?
What you are seeing, folks, is steam, not smoke.
Yeah, smoke. You're burning them.
So,
Oh, it's the end of my life.
So, we need 2 slices for one of these. So, we need this is 1. Then, for this, we need more. So while those cook, we are going to grab these. So, there's for 1. Let's get these set up. There's for 2. These are still frozen, folks, but they're coming off a hot grill, so they'll thaw it out pretty quickly. So here is for 3, and here is for 4. So now what we need is the seasonings. Get out of the camera. So what we need now is the seasonings, or not seasonings, but the ingredients that you put on the sandwiches after they come out. So the most important thing is. Let's see if you remember this from your mother. What was the most important thing you put on a burger after it comes off the grill?
Bacon.
No, I love bacon. So, the most important thing you want to put on it after it's come off the grill is cheese. So, in the fridge, we have slices of, well, this is almost empty, but we can use it anyway. We have slices of the Happy Farmers buy all the Colby Jack cheese slices. So, again, not sponsored. So, we want to take this and have it ready. So, let's open this, because we'll need to put it on right after, because the cheese won't melt otherwise. So, we open the package, and we're here to grab the slices. Don't touch those, you're not there. Okay, so now we need the other important ingredients, which is vegetables. So we have over here already prepared a lettuce. This is important for your burgers. So
What if you don't want none? What if
then
you
you
want
don't.
meat?
So then you do that. But I like my burgers full of stuff. So the other thing you would want is tomatoes. But when you think about it, you put ketchup on your burgers. So that is already tomato right there. So that is pretty much it right there, folks. The other big thing that you need, that you do not have to have an excess or not at all, onions. And you want them on the side, right?
Or not at all.
Right. Well, you get that reference, right?
On the side! On the side of what?
So for this, you need this knife and this onion. So I will be cutting the onion because last time Nathan had a knife, he almost took off 3 of our assistant's cameraman's fingers. It was awesome. Fortunately, we dropped the charges because he would have been taken to prison for attempted murder. And I need an assistant on my show. So, folks, what we need is usually a cutting board. But, in this instance, if you have enough skill like I do, you can actually cut them in your hand. I got them off, you came off of an acting agency, didn't you?
Yes.
Explains a lot. So, folks, what we need to do now is flip the burgers. So, you open them back up, and you take them, and you flip them on their side. I like mine with grill marks that make a cross, like not just grill marks all in one direction. Then you press them if you want to, because you don't want thick burgers, you want like big ones.
Big. Why?
thin, but
Well, not thin necessarily, but just not super thick. So feel free, if you don't want to do that, then that's fine. But I prefer to press my burgers. So, there you go. So, while these finish cooking,
excuse me.
glad you did it over there, because if you did it over here in the food, all of it would be ruined pretty much. So, while those finish up cooking, let's get back to talking about Studio S. So, where have we been, you might ask? Because we have not been on the air. We have not been on the air for 2 years now, and many people have asked why.
I'm brilliant.
Speak for yourself. So, the reason why we haven't been on the show, or doing the show for that matter, is because we frankly have been too darn busy. Good Afternoon America took off. We had to finish this 200th episode of that. We have a couple of movies that we're working on as well. Not sure when it'll be released, but the Bobby series that you've heard of is coming out with its own movie at the end of 2019, we hope. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. So let's check these. Now, what we want to do is make sure that they are firm, because if they are still juicy and smushy, they're not done yet. But if they're firm when you press them, then you know you're good to go. So get the cheese ready, because I think they are done. So yeah, oh yeah, perfect, wonderful. All right, now you put yours on there. So then immediately you want to put your cheese on, because these will start cooling off pretty fast. So put that, that. See, that's already starting to melt. Melted. And this. All right, now that that's done, now we can add everything else. So now we get into sort of the composition of your burgers. So I usually like my onions on first before the lettuce, just because. So how many onions do you want on yours, and how many do you want? Two?
Nada.
So you don't want any. Okay.
No.
So how many? Two. I think two of us. Two per each.
Yes.
Cool. I'll take all of them. Just kidding.
Or I'll take all of them.
So I'm going to slice two for myself. So there you go. And I'm going to put them on. You want to make sure that they don't slide off. So then you cut the other side and put it on other burger of your choice. And then what you do is the next thing you put on is your lettuce. So you do not want your lettuce like that, so just smash the inside so it comes out wider, and then lay it over the entire sandwich like that. Now usually I do two, just one in one direction and then one in the other direction. How much lettuce do you want on yours?
Nada, zero. No lettuce.
So there you go. So this now, one thing that people with asthma may want to consider before trying this is that this actually, the grease goes into the air and will actually make you, will trigger your asthma, or it just makes you cough. So So people with asthma sensitivities probably ask somebody else to do this for you. So, this concludes Studio S's return to the airwaves. And
Return
to the airwaves. We hope that we can make more videos in future of making other things, doing other things. May have to get a new assistant, however, because this one is not, so thank you for joining us. Tune in next time to Studio S, and if you want more videos that we have made, I don't know where they are, so I would say, click in the connotations below, but I don't think we can do that because I don't know where they are. So if you want to see the other videos we've done,
say a letter.
then we can do that for you and get them to you. So, thank you for joining us. Tune in next time, and as always, Studio S makes the best.